What up, Dokkanners? It is time to... You know, I just realized this overlay looks like Nappa is flipping the bird. Now I can't stop seeing that. Okay, well, you are not being flipped off. That is Nappa, and his finger is simply just cut off. Man, there's always some problem with my overlays, huh? Did not even realize. All right, AGL Nappa Vegeta. This is the new unit, so let's test them out. Bookmarks, timestamps, if you guys want to skip ahead. Saiyan Saga Accelerated Battle, Key +3, attack, defense 170, HP 200%. Extra stats +50 to those who also belong to Mission Execution, Giant A Power, or Final Trump card. For the super attack, Vegeta raises attack for 4 turns, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy. So he multiplicatively raises that attack. Attack and defense +250, receives an additional key +1 per AGL key sphere obtained. Chance to perform a critical hit and damage reduction +40%. Saiyan Saga or Giant A Power category allies attack and defense +40%. 1 or more AGL key spheres obtained and 1 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. Saiyan Saga or Giant A Power category allies attack and defense +20% and attacks effective against all types. Why they made it overly complicated, I have no idea. The payoff doesn't really seem that great, but you know what? Attacks effective against all types being given to everyone is actually pretty good. When attacking, attack and defense +150, 1 turn only activation, damage reduction 20%. Attack and defense +100%, launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super, and attacks guaranteed to hit when there's only 1 enemy. After performing 2 or more attacks in battle, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. That's a permanent thing. Permanently gains critical +20%. After performing 6 or more attacks in battle, launches an additional attack with a 70% chance of becoming a super, and another permanent critical +20%. For every attack performed, attack +150, damage reduction +7% within the turn. When facing 2 or more enemies or starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry, meets up with Nappa to perform reversible exchange. Vegeta does have an active skill, can be activated when facing only 1 enemy before or after reversible exchange. Raise attack by 1700% temporarily, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, seals super attack for 1 turn, changes physical key spheres to rainbow, and Saiyan Saga category allies attack +20%, plus an additional attack +20% for characters who are also extreme class for 1 turn. So extreme in Saiyan Saga is what we're looking to boost. Then reversible exchange. This is where Nappa flips you off if you cover one of the fingers. This guy now greatly raises defense multiplicatively for 4 turns, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, cause immense damage to all enemies. Can perform reversible exchange, attack and defense +780%, high chance of launching an additional super. When receiving an attack, defense +150, damage reduction +50%, damage reduction +30%, that's a 1 turn activation only. Defense +50%, damage reduction 20% when facing 2 or more enemies or when HP is 70% or less. That is going to be an important distinction because if you're dominating a fight and you're only fighting 1 unit, this is not going to be there when you activate that active skill. After receiving 5 attacks in battle, Saiyan Saga category allies key +1 attack +5%, plus an additional attack +10% for characters who are also extreme class. Extreme Saiyan Saga units are the only ones that benefit from this. After receiving 10 attacks in battle, Saiyan Saga category allies attack key +1 attack +5%, plus an additional attack +10% for those who are also extreme class. For every attack received, attack +78% up to 780, chance to crit +10% within the turn. Active skill, target focus effect. You will guard all attacks and direct every attack towards this character for 1 turn. This can be activated when facing 2 or more enemies or when there's another Saiyan Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, before or after reversible exchange. So, how do you build the unit? Vegeta is a combo all-star who needs to be in the slot 2 or 3 to truly thrive. There is risk in putting him in slot 1. You don't have guard or anything else to supplement your 40% damage reduction. You do get up to 80% crit when you launch enough attacks. So critical is essentially taken care of here. You will get a ton of crit when you use when you use the target focus effect on Nappa. If he gets hit enough times and he doesn't dodge anything, he will also get a ton of crit for that 1-time explosion. So as far as I'm concerned, critical isn't that important. So then we question the dodge. And the only reason why I'm against dodge here is because it kind of works against this guy's ability. This guy's target focus effect does require him to get hit in order to max out his attack stat. And that's a permanent thing that happens moving forward. He will then keep all of that extra attack. So after that turn is over, he will then be maybe a slot 2, slot 3 if you want to keep him around, and he'll have all that extra attack juice to just go crazy. So I kind of don't want to sacrifice that for that 1 turn where he uses it. His target focus combined with either 80% damage reduction or 100% damage reduction in full guard is going to be very, very strong. The only thing is he might get hit with some seals or some stuns. So it's very much against my dodge philosophy, but I'm kind of thinking we maybe don't want to get dodge on this guy, which means basically additional. Additional helps with this guy launching multiple supers, raising his attack stat when he multiplicatively raises defense. Vegeta gets more chances for additional attacks, which will then trigger his passive. Also, if he launches more attacks, he can gain more stats, both attack multiplicatively and just temporary defense. So all signs point to just full additional and a bunch of stats. I don't know if I want to give dodge, honestly, at all. And thankfully, this is a 55% video, so you're not going to even care about that sort of thing. So if you are going to put some equips in there, I wouldn't say put dodge, just put some stats, or maybe go for some more additional. That's what I'm going to say for right now. Over the course of the video, I could change my mind because I do have a unit like the LR Golden Frieza. LR Golden Frieza, this unit can work both with a no dodge build and with a full dodge build. The thing about this guy though is that he loses his guard after a certain amount of turns. So dodge becomes more useful in the long term. But Nappa is a little bit different. So that's why I'm a little more hesitant to give Nappa dodge. But we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, let's jump in and let's take on Dismal, what is it? Dismal Wrath Mortal? Whatever. Let's go.
All right, let's do this.
Divine Wrath Mortal Will. That's what it is. All right, now everybody's where they're supposed to. We got our intro animations turned on, right? Yeah, all right, let's do this. Intro time, right? Do I have the memory of a gerbil again? I could have sworn we had an intro. Am I stupid?
Oh, I was thinking of the Cybermen. Oh, my bad.
Okay, so for right now, since this is an early round, this guy is not going to be in that much danger, I feel like. So I'm going to forget this guy picking up the 30% damage reduction. He's going to have guard, though, because we have another Terrifying Conqueror. So we have some nice synergy here. Let's just see how this goes. So look at that. We have a Rainbow Key Sphere and an AGL Key Sphere. So Vegeta going first. So let's do this. He's not meant to be a slot 1. In this situation, the Golden Frieza would have been the slot 1. Just FYI. So let's do that. And let's do this. All right, there you go. 12.5 million attack stat. He took 100,000 damage from Goku Black. That enough will tell you, do not put this guy in slot 1. Even with max dodge, do not do it. All right, so we did about 12 million with each slap. We did 4 million for a regular, 12 million per super attack, no crit. And then we did 4 million on a slap. Again, this guy's meant to be a slot 3. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dodge? There may have been mistakes made. All right, so now we got Golden Frieza on this turn, so let's have Vegeta go first. See, in this particular case, we can't get the full setup. We do get the Rainbow Key Sphere and the AGL Key Sphere, but it's not worth it. Like, all we're doing is we're giving this. That's not worth sacrificing our attack. Now, if we're running a team that's like full of Giant Ape power or something like that, and this dude's a slot 3, then maybe. But not on this one. Not here. All right, so we got a 50% attack boost courtesy of Frieza. And now let's do it. How much we got? 9.4 million attack stat. This is probably a more realistic starting point just because Saiyan Saga is not a top tier squad right now and we don't know any easy A's that are coming up. About 7.5 million per slap, non-crit. 19 million attack stat now after this is our third super. 15.2 million damage on a crit. Okay. So now after supering, how much are we taking? Nice. We took 100,000 per slap in slot 1 before supering, and now we took double digits after supering. Nice. Is it just me, or do these orbs just suck? Man, what are we doing? All right, I gotta do this. Whatever, man. Whatever. Well, this is the benefit of having this guy slot 1. He doesn't need much to get his super attack going. He just has to get hit. Yeah. Okay. Oh. There he is. I am such a fan of the JP Nappa voice. I love JP Nappa. So we could switch, but I don't want to do that just yet. Actually, maybe we should. Should we do it now? I think maybe we should do it now. You know what? I'm going to do it because I'm going to have everybody else boost him up. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Who gives us more synergy? So if I switch to Nappa, that gives me 1. This only gives me 1. Ooh. Okay. Let's just try it. Let's just do that. And then we'll do that. Perfect. All right. So we're going to be getting how many attacks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 attacks. So let's go ahead and activate this. I'll do this against you.
I'll handle this. Entertain me the best you can.
Wake up! Then I'll make up.
This might have to be a silent showcase so I can just listen to the song.
I don't think you trust me. So much of something.
So we got a 60% attack boost from Golden Frieza. I mean, Rose. We got a 50% attack boost from Disfu. All right, so now all these attacks are gonna land, and then we're gonna have Nappa attack Rose. See what happens. He's gonna get hit 8 times. 7 times. 70% crit. Here we go. 55.7 million attack stat. Crit. 35 million damage on a crit. Okay. I mean, this is gonna be nothing. We have 100% damage reduction. We have guard. Yeah. We might as well just run this turn. We'll run this turn and then we'll reset and we'll come back. And we'll save the active skill for later. Okay. So let's just do this. And this guy will go after you. Let's do that. Okay. And then we'll have you go after him. And we're just not going to even worry about Goma. Yeah, so see that right there? If you're considering running these two together, it's good, you know, in terms of synergy, but you are severely lacking slot 1 defense. Give him full dodge if you're going to do this. My unit is spec'd out for World Tournament, not for this. All right, here we go. 9.6 million attack stat to start. 6 million with a crit. I feel like I just made a big mistake and I'm not realizing what I did. All right, we're starting over. We're actually doing a full legit run now. So 13.3 million attack stat to start, 10.6 million damage on the crit, 20.1 on the second super. What a big glow up there. Damn. 12.8 million on a crit. Third super attack, 27.4. 27.4, 17.5 million on a slap. Wow. Wow. That was impressive. Please take him out. I don't want to waste this next turn. Are you... I'm gonna keep you around. Let's do this. All right, so he's only launched one attack. So he... Well, no, by next turn, when he attacks again, he will launch more. Okay. So now we're here. Let's go ahead and play this normally. So ideally, this guy would be the better slot 1, but since this guy would be worse in slot 3, I'm actually just gonna leave him there. Just so we can have more... Well... Actually, no, I think we'll be okay like this. I think we'll be all right. I want to give some defense to Vegeta. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's do that. We'll give everybody defense. And then I'll do this. And that'll also give my slot 3 Vegeta extra stats. Okay. And then we'll do this. Perfect. Get him, Goma. Nice dodge. Nice dodge. Nice dodge. Nice. %, defense right here. Can we get more? Nope. All right, 20% it is. All right, 11 million attack stat for Vegeta. 7 million on a slap, on a crit, I mean. 18.5 million on the second super. 9.3 on a slap. And that's it. Yeah, more additional is nice, because that's lame. That feels so lame. When he does an additional, it feels so lackluster. And I love how he supers and bullies my slot 3. Rude. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do this. There's no shot of picking up any AGL orbs here, so we'll just give Golden Frieza this to boost up his attack. And then we will let AGL Vegeta, who has now attacked, only once, go after Rosé. So let's do this. And then let's do this and pray that we don't get killed. Ouch. All right, here we go. Extra boost for Vegeta. What do we got? 9.7 million attack stat to start. 3 million on a slap. We got an additional attack going. 3 million on that one. It was a critical slap. And then we jump all the way up to 22.3 million attack stat. 14.1 million damage on that crit. Yeah. The lack of additionals makes him so underwhelming that it is just sad. Nice additional from this guy though. That's good. Covers him pretty well. Okay. I'm gonna keep Goma here just to give more defense for everybody. So let's do this. Let's do that. This will give me enough for Vegeta. Let's do that. How many attacks does he have under his belt now? He's got 5 attacks. So on this oh wait, sorry. Those are supers. You know, he's got 5 attacks. So on the 6th one, he will now have 2 parts of his passive going. He's going to have launching an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super. He'll have another one, and he will have a total of 80% crit. So now we're going to be seeing some good progress here. Let's go. Give me something good. Nice dodge. Nice dodge. Has he been hit once? No! What? Why would you do that? Ugh! Bring it! All right, let's see if we can get some AGL orbs down here. Nothing. Okay. All right. This has just been a very sad showing so far in terms of his passive. I don't want to have to use his... Well, actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to use his passive here. I'm going to save it. Yeah, let's save it. Let's go ahead and do this. And then let's do this. We could have used the target focus just to make sure that our guys are more safe, but it's fine. Let's live dangerously for this first showcase. $19 million on a crit. Very cool. All right. 14.0 on the first super. 14 million, 4 million on a crit. Okay. On a regular non-crit. 21 million attack stat on the next one. 11.5 million on a crit. 29 million attack stat on the third super. 8.3 on a non-crit. 36.7 million attack stat on the fourth super. 20.4 million on a crit. Okay, so now we're talking. Now that we've hit max passive on him, we got some nice combos. Would have been nice to get more. But all of that is just at 55%. And given the new standard for these characters at 55%, this is quite underwhelming compared to the others. This guy isn't an LR, he's a Dokkan Festival TUR, but still, I want more. With those 4 attacks though, we did get 28% damage reduction on top of our 40. So that was 68% damage reduction. Oh, I'm scared if I... Dude, Goma's gonna... Oh, he's gonna kill him. Should I move this guy into slot 1? I mean, you know... No. What's the harm? No, there's a lot of harm. Let's not do that. Let's not be stupid now. Okay. We'll just do this. This is how you have to play. Like, this is honestly part of simulating what it's like to run this unit when you don't really know what's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Goma, kindly don't kill, please. Stop. Please stop. Okay. Thank you. And now that is our 6th attack with this Vegeta. There's 1, 7 million on a crit. There's our second. All right, cool. Oh, perfect. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this all again. We're gonna run the target focus. So let's switch over to Nappa now. And we'll do this, and then depending on how this turn goes, next turn we'll use Vegeta's active over there. Because both Vegetas have now attacked 6 times. Oh no, this guy's attacked 8 times. Okay. All right, so who has... We have 2 links active here, and we have 1 link active. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. Ooh, he doesn't actually get to... Dang. Okay, well that sucks. He doesn't actually get to give us our attack boost. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm gonna make the audio louder. Our health is not below 70%, so we are not getting 100% damage reduction. We have 80% damage reduction. We have guard. And we're going to get more attack as we go along. Nice. 31.2 million attack stat. 15 million. Yeah. Not that crazy because there weren't that many attacks, number one. And number two, 55%. So yeah, kind of lame there, but let's go ahead and use this one. Let's go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna have Vegeta set up with a target focus. No, not with a target focus. I'm gonna do this. Actually, will that be enough? Yeah. Okay, so let me do this. And now I'm gonna use Vegeta's active. We haven't actually seen this animation, so let's play this out. What does this do?
It's time to kill. First open and mix!
He did about the same. He did about the same. All right. Well, take that how you will. And now that we changed some orbs to rainbow, we can do this. And then we will do this. There's a chance that Golden Frieza kills here, but we've already seen what the Vegeta can do, so it's cool. Do me a favor and don't kill, actually. I may have made a huge mistake. All right, 50% attack boost for everybody. Take it easy. You don't need to go. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, Vegeta, sweep. 16.9 million attack stat. 8 million on a crit. 23 million attack stat. 11 million on a crit. 5 million on a crit slap. 35 million attack stat on the third super. 3 out of 4. 17 million damage on a crit. This is against type disadvantage. However, we did have attacks effective against all types because we picked up AGL and Rainbow. So yeah, it's kind of underwhelming. That is a little underwhelming. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Go ahead and wipe him out with Zamasu. Hit him with the Perplaken. Are you? Alright, man. Whatever. Get out of here. You know what? Forget it, man. Let's just move on. You don't need to see all this. We've seen this before. Let's move on. All right, so now we're going to take on 11th Anniversary Special Battle Part 2, Stage 2. And so this is going to be taking the two-person fight to the extreme. We're fighting really, really difficult people now. I had to remove a couple of units because Tech Vegeta Nappa wasn't going to work here. So this is what we're doing instead. Yeah, I think this is actually a safe way to do this. All right, so we got Goma slot 1. This doesn't give us enough, I fear. Okay. So let's... Oh, you know what? We're going to be boosting up that Vegeta. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe a boosted up into Vegeta will let us test out that Nappa a bit more. So let's do this. And then we will do this. Okay. And then you do whatever you want. Dodge, please. Thank you. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you very much. Nice dodge. Appreciate it. Yeah, that Vegeta is gonna get mighty strong. And you know what? We are gonna be probably below 70% quite often, which means Nappa's passive will also be fully maxed out when we start. All right, 7.1 million attack stat to open. Our links are in the pooper. We don't have really much in terms of... Uh-oh. Whoa. So, you know what happened there? Because we did not face only one enemy, we did not get this part of the passive. And by not getting this part of the passive, we didn't get to trigger this part of the passive, which means we did not get to launch an additional attack. We did not get to build up our 7% again. Yeah. Absolutely additional is required. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna try out turn 1, 55%, Nappa Vegeta, but we're gonna use Nappa this time. So we're gonna switch you, they're both the same.
This is gonna hurt.
Okay. And this is what we got, okay? So let's just see how this goes. Glorio's not gonna do anything. In fact, maybe we should, nah, we shouldn't, let's not. Let's just do this, okay? And then, ugh. Okay, well. Weaver. Let's do this. And then now let's use Nappa's active skills. So we're gonna use it against, I don't know, should we attack him? No, we'll attack you. Okay. All right, so let's review his passive. Since we are fighting 2 or more enemies, we don't have to worry about the health restriction here. We have 100% damage reduction, and we have guard, and we are going to be getting hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before he attacks. So 70% chance to crit, and 7 times 78%. Let's try this. Can't dodge anything, buddy. If this goes well, then the redeeming quality for this unit is that you will be able to have a viable option for early maneuvering versus crowd control, versus situations where you're outnumbered or where you're seemingly fighting, you know, too many targets. That is what will be the redeeming quality for this unit, because right now I'm a little frustrated with how Vegeta is designed. Vegeta thrives on a 1v1, then you can like expand after that. We're not getting any Glorio support here. That's not the point of this turn. This turn is just to test out Nappa. But go off, King. All right. See that, Vegeta? This is what you should be doing, dummy. Bro, take notes. Did he seriously just get the additional anyway? He got the additional when I wasn't even trying to use him. And look at what he's doing now. Okay, cool. Good job, buddy. All right, 47 million attack stat. Nappa. 70% chance to crit. A bunch of extra attack juice, and he did 20 million no crit against him and 30 million crit against Royal Blue Vegeta. And now he attacks again, 50 million attack stat. 21 million no crit. 32 million with crit. And now he's raised his defense twice. 100% damage reduction in guard after hitting Royal Blue Vegeta a couple of times. How much is he going to take? Double digits. Okay. Let's just see if we can maybe work our way back to simulate another round of this. Maybe we can have the Vegeta switch to Nappa. So let's see if we can get this done. I really hope we don't kill anybody here. Nice dodge. Nice dodge. We are going to be juicing up Royal Blue a little bit, but the good thing is this turn. Ooh, nice dodge. If everything goes well this turn, next turn we are going to have a crazy setup. We're going to have Golden Frieza with a 50% attack boost for Nappa, and I think we get Glorio support in slot 2. I think. If not, doesn't matter. But we'll still have a fully juiced up Nappa versus a fully juiced up Royal Blue Vegeta. Okay, good. Nobody's dying. Do me a favor, maybe dodge this real quick. Dodge. Oh, nice dodge. Okay. All right. Let's run it back. Samesies. Okay, so this guy only provides support in the slot 3 as the third attacker. Wait, if I use this, actually, let me do that. I'm gonna use this active. Doesn't that give us extra support? Oh, wait, I can't do that. I can't do that because if I do, it takes away from Nappa. Nope, nope, strike that. All right, so let's go ahead and not use Glorio's active. Let's go ahead and use this guy's move. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and use the actually no, I don't want to use his. Oh, he might not. Oh no. Okay, change of plans. I'm gonna do this instead. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. And then does Nappa have enough? He has just enough. Okay, so we are testing out here 55% Nappa with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 80% critical and all those extra hits. Let's see what happens. Mind you, we still have 100% damage reduction. The key difference here is that Royal Blue Vegeta's gotten stronger. No dodge to bail us out. Nice. Nice. You know what I should have done? I should have had slot 1 and slot 2 attack Vegeta. All right, so here's our attack boost. All right, 2 more hits. All right, 8 hits with the attack boost. We're at 53.8 million attack stat. Not flashy, shiny numbers as you're accustomed to seeing. We did 33.6 million on a slap there on a crit, and then 35, I think, against UI. 58 million attack stat on the second super. 37 on Vegeta. 24, no crit on Goku. We got a third super, 62 million attack stat. Absolutely additional is the way to go, man, to get the most out of this. 24 million, 42 million on a crit. All right, let's see how much we take from Vegeta. He got slapped 3 more times. With all that extra attack boosting and our defense boosting, how much we taking? Double digits. Okay. That is what I wanted to see. Okay, so we are seeing some nice things from Vegeta. From Nappa in terms of that little maneuver. The attack redirection, very useful when it comes to dealing with a crowd. Very nice. Okay, so now let's continue stress testing. I'm gonna leave him in slot 1. He only has 70% damage reduction and he doesn't have guard anymore. Actually, that's a very bad idea. Let me not do that. Let me not do that. I'm gonna put him in slot 2. He's gonna get hit by Vegeta in slot 2. Yeah, so let's do this. All right, let's do that. We also have extra defense courtesy of this dude because this guy gives us... Oh, no, he doesn't. He's Power Beyond Super Saiyan. We are not Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Okay. All right, let's see what happens right here. Please don't die. I would love to test out one more thing. Uh-oh. Dodge bait. Thank you. Royal Blue. Don't hit him. Dodge bait. Thank you. Oh, love you guys. Love you. Okay, we have 20% extra defense this turn, courtesy of Goma. 40% extra defense this turn, courtesy of Goma. No guard, 70% damage reduction for Nappa after he supers here. 52.3 million attack stat. We barely have any links. That's from all of the attacks that we gained from the target focus. So even afterwards, he's still a formidable crowd control unit. How is it that Nappa's the better unit among the two? That's crazy. All right, Vegeta eating more hits. I love it. All right, go on, hit me. Here it is. 70% damage reduction with all that defense. How much we taking? Dude, what? 160,000? How are we still in this game? How are we not dead? This is crazy. I very confused right now. How is this happening? Okay, let me try this. I'm gonna give, wait, does this give us defense next turn? I forget. No, it's just for the turn. Okay. Let me actually try something.
Here I come.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have Daima just kind of do his thing, whatever, right? And then I'm gonna do this. And I want to see how well Frieza can handle this souped up Vegeta. I don't know if this is exactly fair, but we're gonna do it because. All right, so we're gonna do that, and we'll go after him because he'll probably do less damage. So let's do that. For context, Nappa was tanking all this like it was nothing. All right, Frieza with his target focus and guard should be able to do similarly well. But because of what we're able to do with those two Nappas and this Frieza, we have opened up the flexibility in the slot 1, slot 2. And that is ultimately why I'm not too bummed out overall with the showcase. I am bummed by Vegeta's lack of like immediate momentum, but Nappa is great. Nappa is really good. Nappa is a poor man's version of the Golden Frieza target focus, only actually better. Poor man in the sense he's on a crappy banner. I'm trying to make sure that we keep both of them alive so that next turn we can get another stress test with Nappa. $80 million attack stat for Frieza. Nice. Frieza should be fine here. Yeah, okay. And now for the final stress test, we're putting Nappa slot 1. Who's got better defense? All right, you do. So I'm gonna switch you to Vegeta. Why did that sound like Raccoon? Okay. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, you know what? I can't. Wait. What an unfortunate set of orbs. We got robbed so badly. All right, we'll do this. This guy has attacked how many times? He's attacked 0 times. Oh no. All right, we're probably gonna lose here. It's fine. Let's do that. And then we'll do that. What we're testing out now is 70% damage reduction, slot 1, before we get the ball rolling. How much would we take? Double digits. Vegeta, attack me. Nice. $1.8 million. Okay, that's where we draw the line. I think I've seen enough. So Nappa is amazing. Nappa is great at dealing with a crowd. He will immediately have his presence felt with his defense, with his insane attack redirection. The only thing that bums me out is that Vegeta is kind of annoying in terms of starting him out. If you want to get the ball rolling, you need to fight a singular opponent, which means this will proc. When this procs, your first attack plus this means you'll have launched 2 attacks, then this will proc, and eventually after a couple of turns, this will. But during that ascent, as you're building the momentum, it can feel a bit flat and a little bit underwhelming with this unit. He needs additional. He needs as much additional as possible just to increase the consistency in which he can get these parts of his passive sooner. But also the additional will greatly impact and benefit the Nappa when he inevitably gets to do his thing. When he builds up his attack, he's crazy. He doesn't need a whole lot of synergy to get all that crazy attack. He's just going and going and going. And then after he's done with his target focus, he's going to handle himself pretty well in the slot 1, slot 2, even without the dodge. The dodge, if you give him dodge, it will help with seals and stuns if you're trying to put him in slot 1. I don't really want to in general, but you can if you have to. And if you're doing it, you're probably doing it so that he can tank. You don't really care about him necessarily being able to super or not. So in terms of my opinion, I think we're going full additional. I don't care about dodge. Whatever else you can put, just go additional. Let him get more combos. That's it. First of all, you probably don't even have him because you didn't summon. He's not a must-have. But if you do have him, go full additional. That is my final answer. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on the Nappa Vegeta unit. Do you think the Nappa's better? Do you think the Vegeta's better? Are you happy? Are you sad with this unit that you pulled or didn't pull? Are you regretting perhaps summoning, or are you happy that you didn't? Let me know your thoughts overall in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more as I do it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.